I'd like to have you touch on a topic that you did not talk to us about. Can you handle a seventh one?
Yeah.
If you were a member of Congress last month, would you have voted the immigration bill up or down? And why?
I would have voted no.
Okay.
Now, this is what I would do, though. I would have voted no, but I believe this, the fact that immigration, that the Congress didn't act, was terrible. Because I think we need to resolve this issue. This is an issue that festers, that is uncomfortable. But not acting is the worst option. This is what I would do. These are the 4 points that I would take. It's going to take about 4 minutes. One, we need to secure our borders. There's no question about it. Double the number of border security agents, technology. You know, you're looking at a governor that 2 years ago was the first governor to declare a border emergency because of flow of drugs and people, and no one was doing anything about it. And I found a way to get some state funds triggered from an emergency declaration. But am I for this wall? No, I'm not for this wall. I know that's not popular. You know why I'm not for this wall? Because it's not going to work. I'm for more trained Border Patrol agents, doubling. You know why it's not going to work? If you build a wall that's 10 foot high, you know what's going to happen? There's going to be a lot of 11-foot ladders. I can tell you. I'm on the border. I'm a border governor. When people are desperate, they're going to cross. And this is a terrible symbol. In fact, I remember President Reagan. I came in 1982. And we didn't agree on much. But I remember when he went up to that wall in Berlin and he said, Mr. Gorbachev, tear down that wall. I kind of liked the old guy when he did it. I liked him. You know, and I remember that, and it sticks in my head. The second thing we need to do is those that knowingly hire illegal workers need to be punished. It doesn't happen. It's a joke. We need to make that happen. The third thing we need to do is say to Mexico, in fact, come over here. Come over here. You're now the president of Mexico. You know when summits take place, you know, presidents get together, they have the flags in back of them, they stand before the press and the world and they say, we've had a very productive meeting today. Beware when they say productive, it means that it was a terrible meeting. I've done some of this. And then what I would say is like when you have friends, like Mexico, like Canada, you have frank talks. You know, we're friends. We should say what is on our mind and what are the facts. What I would say to Mexico is, you know, Mr. President, please give jobs to your people so they don't come over. And at the very least, stop handing out maps in the easiest place to cross. Anyway, he did a good job as president. All right, and then I'm going to outline where you're going to get mad at me, where I start losing votes. Okay? But I think this is the right thing to do. So what do you do with the 12 million that are here? Right? You got 3 options. One, you do nothing. Something the Congress and the President are very good at doing. Leave it alone. Leave the states to handle it. More tension, more uncertainty. That's one. Number 2, get rid of all of them. Deport them. Who's going to do that? Who's going to pay for that? The chief of police in Wolfeboro? You know, or I got Wolfeboro. Yeah. So who's going to do it? That's not going to work. That's not America. What's going to happen to small businesses and hotels and restaurants? It's going to be like it's going to stop. So the third option, which you know you're not going to like probably from your question, is this. You take the 12 million and you set up what is called an earned legalization. Now it's not amnesty. It's not citizenship. It's if you follow the ensuing conditions, you can stay and start working your way into American society. 1, you got to learn English. 2, you got to pay back taxes. 3, you got to pay a fine for being here illegally, and in some cases the fine is as high as $9,000. 4, you have to pass a background check and obey American laws. If you have a criminal background, you know, you're gone. 5, you embrace American values. Now, what does that mean? That means that peers in society would be able, like you, to say, I know person X and they participated in church and community, and it's okay to, and I believe that they are strong members of the community. And then all of those don't get any kind of citizenship or automatic or amnesty. It takes 9 years for a green card. It takes 12 to apply for citizenship. And you go behind those that are trying to get here legally. So what I'm outlining is messy. Is it going to be more bureaucracy? Yeah. Is it going to be hard to administer? Yeah. But I believe the President and the Congress were in the right track. One of the problems I had, because you asked me how I'd vote for it, is there was a provision in that legalization that split up families.
Yes.
I never think that splitting up families is a good idea, but emphasizing job skills. So that's what I would do. And every time I open my mouth, I lose votes saying that. But I believe that's the steps we should take. What else can we do?
I do like your answer, but
Oh, you do?